cool. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community with great advice. I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show is where I go for the latest planned info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the all around town radio show. The all around town radio.
Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome on a Monday. Welcome to the program. We'll see if we're going to get anybody live here. It's weird. It is. It's weird. Here we go.
It's the weekend review. Top Bible coming for you. Speaking with the fans, sometimes they don't show well. Whatever, man. We're coming who's playing out off the open jam with the who's who of talent. Come Friday night, ready to race all hell. With all around, you know, plan to do it well.
There we go. Welcome, one and all, on a Monday. Is anybody else having a Monday? Damn, I'm having a Monday. Yes, welcome to the big show. Sweet Sister Mercy singing the theme song. There's their shirt. Yes, Sweet Sister Mercy. I like that. Let's see what else we got going here. Who's checking in today? Edward, so wiki on the YouTube channel. Okay, there we go. Ed, it was wonderful hanging out with you on Saturday. We didn't get a chance to chat a lot, but you were busy chatting with others there, and I get to see you all the time. So, let them have a moment with the one and only Mr. Ed Sawicki. He is a wonderful guy and took some great photos of that event on Saturday night. Speaking of that event, speaking of lead singers from Crying Out Loud, there's John Norcus. We're going to talk about their band in just a few minutes. We are. Kevin Cooper in the house. What's up, Coop? Good to see you. It was good to see you Thursday night at the Jam. If you've looked at our pictures on the page today, you know we were hanging out at the Jam on Thursday night at the Bell and the Bear, and then on Saturday at Mr. Burroughs Tavern for Crying Out Loud show. That's what I got in this weekend. Had full intentions of seeing Vinyl Countdown on Friday, but got tied up and didn't get there. So sorry about that to our friends from Vinyl Countdown. They were playing up my way as well. Glenn checking in. Welcome on the YouTube channel. Jonathan Groom, speaking of Bell and the Bear Jam, bassist. That was a great picture I got of you, Jonathan, sitting in the corner like you were in timeout. It was awesome. Over by the door. That or you were the doorman to the outside on a cold night. And it was chilly that night. It was. Nobody wanted to hang out on the patio too long out there. They went out and had a little smoky thing and then came back in. Carla, how are you? Thank you for joining us today. Heather, good to see you. Happy Monday to you as well. Thanks for joining us today. And Glenn said, what a fantastic weekend. Yeah, I got to see some photos Glenn sent me. It looked like you were having a great time with some wonderful people. And yes, John says having a Monday every Monday. Yes. And yes, the Sweet Sister Mercy tea is on in effect today, Carla. It is. I'm repping my boys from the theme song there. Love those guys. Haven't seen them play in a while. I need to get out and see them again. I really miss seeing those guys play. Great band, by the way, Sweet Sister Mercy. And out of the kindness of their heart, wrote and recorded the theme song with Mr. Rob Nadler. And yeah, what a cool thing to do. Hi, Tony. How are you? Said he went to see Hall Pass Saturday night at the Moose. Glad you got to catch those guys. They're a great band. Lots of fun. My brother's from another mother in the Hall Pass rock band. Matt Anderson, thank you for being here. How you been, buddy? Good to see you. Dirk Turner's here. His eyes are dilated, but his ears are working. All right. Well, you can play it for everybody in the eye doctor, Dirk. Let them know we said hi. We'll give him a shameless plug here. Bob Klein checking in. Speaking of Bob Klein back here, Rock House in the house. Good to see you, Bob. Your shirt's up in the rotation too, by the way. I kind of rotate them through the old drawer, and so I don't wear them, twice in a week or something. But yeah, because if it was me, I'd just keep doing laundry and wearing the same stuff and never get anything out. And yes, Glenn says I need to come to the Grinch party next year. Well, there's a lot of things I need to do in the next year. I've been a little down and out, and not been out and about as much as I'd love to. So yeah, maybe I do need to do those kind of things. Dirk said, honored to have Ed in the house that night. Ed, Dirk's here from Crying Out Loud as well. Hi, Bill. Sean Cooper, I talked to Leanne today. You missed a good show on Saturday, my friend. I wish you'd have stopped in. We had a blast there. And yes, John says he doesn't know which one he likes better. Okay, well, you're on the tube of you now. Let me know what you think about. Everybody tells me the picture and the audio is much better on YouTube, but I don't know. I can't watch. I can only go back and look at the repeat, and sometimes the repeat loses its luster. Tracy Lynn, thank you for being here. Speaking of Hall Pass Rock Band, there we go. Good to have you with us, and honored to have Ed. Dirk said again. Did that come up again? It did. It came up twice. Get your eyes fixed, Dirk. Yes. And haven't seen them in a while either. Carla says, sweet sister Mercy. Yes. It was a pleasure to be there, Dirk. I'm going to get to that all in a second. John says looks the same to him. Thank you. That's what I thought too, but a lot of people try to argue with me about that. Dale in the house. Dale Wu. Is Dale Wu back here? Where is he? Right here. Dale Wu. He's in the house too. How are you, buddy? Thanks for dropping in. Sean said he hated to miss Crying Out Loud. Yeah, I love those guys too. Always. Yes. Jonathan Grooms checked out the Book of Face. Now I'm watching on YouTube. There is no difference in picture quality to your eyes. Thank you. Thank you for that. Maybe it's just audio then. Who knows? Who cares? I guess, whatever you're watching on, watch. We tally up the views, and on Thursday, we had 2,000 views on our show that promotes the Who's Playing Out segment, and that is known as the best musicians and venues in the tri-state, those who report into us to have their gigs mentioned on that show, and a part of the list that goes to the Warren County Post and gets posted online. So we appreciate you all for watching that one and supporting, and the shares are what makes the views go up on that. Absolutely. Hello, Carlos. Man, we got YouTube viewers today. We got a lot of YouTube viewers today. Thank you so much for being here. I'm looking. Bill, Wild Bill video just popped up. Bill, I hope your neighbors are all safe. So they had a little fire there. Not a little fire, a big fire across the street from you. So, yeah, I hope they're all safe and everything works out for them eventually. I spent my whole life doing that for a living, and I can tell you those middle of the night fires are scary with people inside. They are. Absolutely. Dirk Turner. Yes. My eyes make you look 30 years younger. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Yes. Kevin says Book of Face sometimes has buffering and speed issues. YouTube doesn't, but it's usually fine. One thing I like about YouTube is they keep your videos up. You don't get kicked off there like now the Book of Face does. After 30 days, they eliminate our videos. And, I'm trying to store some of the good ones on a hard drive, but I miss them sometimes. So, they go to the wayside. That's how it works. All right, guys, this is November. Is it? No, it's December. Why did I say November? That's over. December 8th, Monday, 2025. It's the weekend update and our Backstage Hall Pass to local music here, and your number one source for live local music news, bands, venues, and more, all around town radio. And again, thank you for the 2,000 views. We appreciate it if you would follow us on all the socials. We are on the X, as it's called, the formerly known as the Tweeter, Instagram, Book of Face, YouTube, and TikTok. So you can find us at any of those, and that's how it works. It does. What else we got here? I just love your comments today. Keep them coming because I've got kind of a slow day to talk about. I've got 2 events to talk about. I'm going to throw in here in just a minute, but yes, Dale got to see the 513 in Hamilton, see Mason Johnson Trio, and attended the great Kenny Ozfest on Saturday. Yeah, I bet that was fun. Yes. Slight controversy, but a lot of fun as always. Well, you have to clue me in on the controversy. We're always up to hear about that because that sells. It does. And at least means I'm only exposed 30 days back on any F-bombs. Yes, that's true. The Hot Topic Tuesday, we may stand a prayer of keeping that on the air this year, even though I dropped one the other day. And that's rare for me, but, got me fired up a little bit. Steve, thanks for being here. He's had a great weekend of music. Had to get back a 9-to-5 job for some rest. There you go. And Dirk says, share this link, people. Thank you. Share the link. Share the link. And yes, you and John have a conversation. John to Sean. Sean to John. John to Sean. Come in, please. Hi, Bonnie. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for dropping in today. Well, let's get started. Let's back up a little bit. And let me get a shameless plug in. For those of you, we don't have anything to report. I did Tuesday trivia last week, and that is not music related. But our normal report on Wednesday, which would be Heather's Name That Tune, obviously that is over for the season. However, this week you have an opportunity to drop into the Bell and the Bear at 7 o'clock on Wednesday evening. Yours truly will be there, and we'll be playing 3 rounds of Name That Tune at the Bell. So if you want to come to the Bell and the Bear and support us, we'd appreciate it. We would. Come on out and enjoy it. Hi, John Esper, checking in from Columbus. Thank you today. And I've got about 3 events this week. I've got the Moose tomorrow night. I've got the shameless plug going on for Bell and the Bear on Wednesday, and then I do a corporate event on Friday day, corporate luncheon. Actually, I'm hosting and doing trivia for them and all that while they have their holiday luncheon. So it's going to be fun. Our friend Heather is catering that one too. So it's going to be nice to work with her in a different capacity as well. And I'm trying to read what that says. Tuba guy. What's that? Shameful plug. I don't know. Carla, how are you? Thank you for those thumbs up. And Glenn got to see Acoustic Blue at Cozy's Bar in Harrison, and Saturday night got to hang out with Brian and Ann and the Grinch party for a great weekend of music. Well, you're in the loop there, Glenn. You're in the important people group, I should say. Because anytime you get to hang out with that group, it's great. Hi, That One Party Band. Thank you for being here. They had a private party Saturday at the new Alexander Brewing Company location in Westchester. Having a soft opening in a week or two. How about that? Well, good. Glad to see that some of those are going. Glad to see some of those are going for real. All right, let's go to Thursday. This is what we want to talk about. This is my weekend update. And if you've got somebody you want to mention in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. If you saw somebody play over the weekend and they just absolutely knocked your socks off or wowed you or whatever, I'd love to hear from you. So please drop it in the comments. And That One Party Band said the food at the Alexander Brewing Company was fire. Fire. What's Dale got to say? He says Ozfest slight glitch. Was not good. The major headliner, Pretty Boy Floyd. Steve Summers dropped the N-word a couple times on stage and then tried to cover with a joke. It wasn't pretty. Oh, yeah, that's never good. Why do artists just absolutely insist upon self-destructing sometimes? Yes, Warhammer in the house. Thank you for being here. Hi, Brian. How are you? It was good to see you Thursday. Got a picture of you. It's on the page if you haven't seen it yet. Actually, I got 2. One was a little blurry. So, that's my amateur photography. Some of my pictures are really crappy, but they're not Ed. Trust me when I say that. But I try. And I try to capture some fun. And that's what we do. And yes. Bob Klein says Steve Summers is a bum. Thank you for that, Bob Klein. Don't hold back, my friend. Don't hold back. Yes. Well, some people like to, that's the way they get attention. I know a lot of artists sometimes that pull those kind of things just for the press because, they say any press is good press. Some people think. Ask the Dixie Chicks. All right, let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling here and talk about the Bell Jam on Thursday. What a great night it was. The house band, we had the usual suspects. Toy Hobbs, they're playing guitar. Jonathan Grooms bass. Kevin Cooper kind of directing and playing guitar and singing his butt off. Travis Hanna on the drums. And David from the Cassette Junkies filling in on keys for Mr. Jim Cuesta that night. What a fun time it was, just with the house band, changing it up a little bit, doing some different songs and all that fun stuff. And then at the Bell and the Bear, and the house band is the backbone, by the way, of this whole event. And they sometimes get overlooked by the talent who gets to come in there and play. But let me tell you, without them, this would not happen. And thank you, Carla, for saying you enjoy my picks. Thank you. I appreciate that. So two young bands played. Now, I've seen the one band play. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Lisa Maria in the house. So I had seen the one band Lowball, Lobaugh. And if you haven't followed their page, please follow their pages here as I talk about these guys. Well, at least follow Lowball. The other one doesn't have a Facebook page. They have an Instagram, which we'll talk about. But the first one to come up there and hit it up was, Steve says Thursday's jam was so fun. He says, I'm late to work every Friday. There you go. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up with comments, too, and talk about what we did, guys. And Bob said, went to see Bullet Boys about 10 years ago in Columbus. They did play. It was up in the air on whether they or not they would. He was arrested earlier in the day for failure to pay child support. Yeah. Well, it's all rock and roll to me. It is. Yes, Lisa, kudos to the house band. And Dirk says such a great vibe at the Bell. The Bell is magical on Thursday nights. And when I say that, I don't say that lightly. Just this young bunch of guys who came in and played and debuted that night, especially Dad's Belt, it was called. And they opened up with It's Time to Get Disciplined. And I thought that's really a cute segue into their name, Dad's Belt. I might have taken a few of those in my day. So amazing group of young guys. And lead singer just, if you know his name, pop it in, because I know nothing about this band other than I enjoyed them very much. I talked to them in the loud environment for about 3 minutes. It was introduced to them by somebody, but I don't know anything about Dad's Belt. So if you know who the lead singer is, a lot of people there knew him, obviously, said they watched him grow up. But this young guy is a theatrical superstar on stage, just killed it. Really had a good vibe, just a unique vibe. You could tell he's done some either musical theater or something. Okay. And here we go. Dad's Belt. Zen lead vocals, Zach guitar, Ted bass, Nathan drums. Thank you, Kevin Cooper. See, you're better than I'm not much of a reporter. I'm not. When I'm there, I'm just wrapped up in the moment and enjoying myself. I tend to do all the research after the fact. But that's just how that works. And Todd, thank you so much. And yes, they did band karaoke at Wings on Friday night. How about that? That's kind of fun. And Contenders, Party Punch, Summer Highway, and showed up too. And hi, Todd. Thank you. And Zen and Kareem are good friends. That's how they found us. Okay, well, I love Kareem. I mentioned on the show the other day what he's doing online, and his trivia is online, and the fun videos he makes are so much fun. But let me talk about Zen. I was blown away by this kid. Great voice, absolutely good stage presence. The rest of the band just tight as hell as well. I got to give a shout out to Nathan on drums too. What a drummer. What a great drummer he was. And these guys were just having fun. Zach, Ted, Nathan, Zen. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin, for throwing that in there. Now I know a little more about them. But I didn't write down anything they did. Like I said, I'm a loser when it comes to that sometimes. But I will tell you, go check them out. Hi, Skip from Liars for Hire. Thank you for being here. So that's just one little thing that went on Thursday night. And they took it by storm and did an extra song as well. Did one more there for the road, and that was good. And by the way, David Thornton, thank you for being here. And I'm following your post from today. I'm very interested in that post, by the way. Yeah, because I don't think you're off on that one at all. There's a lot going on that has to do with your post. So I'm going to follow that one, and could come up as another Hot Topic Tuesday here someday. What's up, Chris Reese? And Dave and Confused was at your karaoke show as well. That's a cool thing you guys did. My God, Kevin Cooper, why don't you just come on the show, brother? See how good this guy is, and I'm just losing today. Flirting with Disaster. Yeah, they opened with that. I was going to mention that, but thank you for throwing that in there. There it is. Stacy's Mom, War Pigs, and Home Sweet Home, this band did. All 4 songs, fantastic. Did a really good job. Brought a ton of people, by the way, that were there to watch them play, and they were beaming. I think Mom and Dad may have even been in the house for a few of them. So really, really good stuff. And I will say, I've not looked. Dad Bods has no Facebook page. I talked to them about that briefly, and I said, if you want to survive locally, you need to get a Facebook page. Even though you all probably hate the Book of Face, which a lot of people do, I don't know that I'd have a Facebook page if it wasn't for what we do here, but they're getting there. They do have an Instagram, Dad Bods, and if you want to check that out on the Instagram. So, Kevin, thank you so much for your notes or whatever you may have there from last week's jam, since you kind of managed that chaos, along with I've got to give a shout out to Mike Roberts as well, who is the herder of the cats and the list keeper on Thursday nights now. And man, that is a job. And that's not just a job where you say, okay, here's next guy on the list. That's not how it works, because you've got to ebb and flow and do all the things that come into play to try to keep a crowd. And you can't put somebody on stage when the fever pitch is going on that's going to play 3 Hootie and the Blowfish songs. It just doesn't always happen that way. So no offense, Kevin. Didn't you do one that night? I think you did. You stole Kareem's song or somebody did. Somebody stole Kareem's song that night. But you gotta time that stuff. Even though they're all great players, you just got to time it right. Mike Roberts does a great job of that and bringing people in and helping coordinate that. So he got these guys on stage fairly early because there was a big crowd for him there that looked like a crowd of people who may not stay the entire night, which they ended up staying most of the night, by the way. And it was just a lot of fun. And again, Dad's Belt, not Dad's Bods, I might have said earlier, but Dad's Belt is the name of the group. And they have an Instagram page as well. And then another young group playing. And Kevin, feel free to throw names and songs if you want in there. Because the next group, I've seen them play there at the Bell a couple times. They're called Lowball, Lobaugh. I really like this band a lot. I love Dad's Belt too, but I am telling you, Lowball comes out with an energy that I haven't seen out of young players in a long time. And they took the stage by storm. And yeah, I agree, Jonathan. Opening with Flirting with Disaster. I heard that guitar lick start, and I'm like, "Ooh, this is gutsy." And for a bunch of young dudes, they did it justice. I actually used to hang out in Florida with the boys from Molly Hatchet sometimes in a bar down there, and got to see them. And in fact, the one fella, I can't remember his name now, passed away just weeks after we actually were there for a jam night, and he was playing in it. And Molly Hatchet, great band. Good stuff. And yeah, Lisa, you got to see these guys. They're really cool. And it's great to see the young guys going old school with the music, going back in time and playing really good stuff. And yes, it's the whole vibe. Carla says, let me see. I'm looking at comments here before I go on about Lowball here. Yes, an Instagram website, dadsbelt.org. Thank you. No Facebook page. Kevin filmed their entire set on their GoPro, and they'll post it probably soon. Thank you for that, Kevin. Yes. Necessary Evil is right about the Book of Face, Dirk. You know it, and I know it. It's not Dad's Bod. I said that by mistake because there is a band out there called Dad's Bod I report on, so it just comes out of my dumb brain that way sometimes. And it is Dad's Belt. I corrected myself, damn it. Y'all, your comments are late, so just so you know. Mike Roberts is out there lurking in the background, and I even talked about him. How about that? Oh, I've got to give Jeep a shout out, too, at the front door because he says I never talk about him. So, Jeep, love you, my friend. You do a great job. He's a great ambassador for the Bell at the front door there every week. And another guest had a Hootie song or two in their set. Yes. You're the default lead singer when guest doesn't sing. There you go. I got you. Hi, Marcy. We're going to talk about your place here in just a minute, Mr. Burroughs Tavern. Yes, Brian, you were the guilty one with the Hootie song. Well, you need to send Kareem royalties on that one, I think. And yes, cool band name, Dad's Belt. I thought it was cute too. Not cute, but cool. I did. And thank you, Kevin, for dropping Lowball's link in there. We appreciate that. And Steve says Lowball is full of potential. I agree 100%. This band is good. And Dirk, you're right. Kevin's on fire as my producer tonight, man. I might have to send him money for real. And Catherine, hi. Thanks for being here. Catherine, thanks for always sharing our stuff. We appreciate you as well. Carla, you as well out there. There's several of you who share every week and really are very helpful to what we do here. And Lisa says, love seeing new talent at the Bell. Hope to get out. I hope to see you soon, Lisa. You are a traveling fool. You are. So, yeah, great stuff that night. How are you, Steve? Stefan, thank you for being here. The doorman at the Bell as well. I was just touting Jeep about how good he is. Let me shout about Lowball, though. These guys, I've seen them play Van Halen. I've seen them play Zeppelin. They even got up and played with TJ later in the evening. But Lowball hits the ground like they're on fire, man. This group has a ton of potential. They do, for a bunch of new young guys out there, and they're well connected in the music business as well. There's a link that Bill posted after the show. Don't go do it right now, but after the show, hit that link, and you can see some videos from Lowball and Dad's Belt from the Bell. Bill was there on Thursday, always taking great video. Thank you, Mr. Bill. And Catherine, thank you again. So Lowball, crazy stage antics, powerful guitar work. Look at the pictures we posted. This young man playing guitar. Wow. Just wow. Yeah. And Rick Pieper says, damn kids and their energy. Yeah, it makes us old people like tired. But boy, did they play well. And if you haven't followed Lowball, Lobaugh, the links, Kevin Cooper posted the link there. Go give their page a like and a follow. Really important to support these young guys coming up because, you know, frankly, we've had these conversations, especially like on our Hot Topic show, about there's not a lot of young musicians out there who are stepping into the role of having bands and doing all that. And even from the aspect of sound engineers, all the sound guys, no offense, fellas, but they're all getting older. And we need some young people stepping up, and it's a lot of work. And I think sometimes the young people just don't want to put that kind of time, money, and effort into things that a lot of these guys have done. And Chris says, trying to make it back out to the jam this Thursday. Yeah, Chris, I've missed you there, man. Hi, Tim. How are you from Hall Pass Rock Band? Thank you for being here. Yes. And that's funny. Yeah, that there may be a problem with that actual name, and they kind of, somebody mentioned that Thursday night that may be flagged by Facebook. You know, like they flag everything. A friend of mine, very close friend of mine, posted a meme the other day that said something about I'm tired. I'm just going to go sell meth or something like that. Well, that got them their page banned and everything else. It's just weird how that works sometimes. And then other people can get on there and just absolutely race bait and do anything else, and they get away with it. So Yes, Lowball is on Facebook. They are. Dad's belt is not. Did I say they weren't? I don't know. I'm so foggy lately. I think I got the vid fog. I do. And do check out those videos. Yeah, get off my lawn, kids. Yes, David Thornton. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you very much. And like I said, thank you for that post today. I'm really interested in seeing some of the comments on that and seeing what people are doing, because it's really become a topic about booking and venues, especially venues who are just, I think there was a venue owner, in fact, on your post that said they're not getting the return on investment. And that is so true. Because people are coming to see bands, but they're not buying anything. They're not spending any money. They're smoking weed before they get there and not buying any drinks. And I hate to say it, that's what's happening. So interesting, along with a lot of other factors that go into play that we have discussed many a time. Yes, Kevin says the algorithms are strange. Karis posts something on her realtor page that was pretty tame, and they froze the Bell and the Bear page. Yeah, it's so weird. So weird it is. So, all right, that's the jam. I mean, the usual suspects were all there singing as well. TJ was in the house. I got a chance to sit with our friend Heather Mattingly, who unfortunately had a great loss in her life this week. And Heather, our thoughts and prayers go out to you. And a lot of really nice people there on Thursday night. Ed was in the house not working, so I tried to take over for him and sucked at the pictures, but Ed was enjoying a night off and had a good time. We had a great time talking a little bit. And David, I agree. It's the whole situation's scary. It's what it is. Beyond frustrating, it's getting scary. But that is what I want to talk about. The jam. Karis made an appearance, of course, in her little Christmas pajamas that she's been wearing all month long. And that was fun. Got to see Kevin Tolles. Got to see a lot of people there that night that were just having a great job. And good stuff. Lisa says you're not foggy. You just have a plethora of music. I have a lot in my head, a lot right now in my head besides just music. And it's hard some days, but I'm working it. I'm working it. Edward, thank you so much. And you enjoyed yourself a lot that night. I was so glad to see you just being able to cut loose and not being attached to a camera, which is wonderful for you some days. But then I got to see you Saturday. And we're going to talk about Saturday. So thanks to the Bell, thanks to the staff, and thanks to our friends at the Bell and the Bear for a wonderful time. Hello, David Linda. Hey, David, you got to let me know if I'm allowed to promote that event. And if I'm a part of that, please tell me so I can promote it in that factor as well. Bill said, my photography got you a new profile pic. There you go. Well, I'm glad to hear that. And thank you, Ed. I tried on the pictures, buddy. I did. So let's talk about Saturday. Now, it saddens my heart to talk about this band the way I am, but I will tell you that Crying Out Loud, our friends in Crying Out Loud are going to call it quits. Almost 30 years, I think, if not more, they're playing together in some form or another. And wow. It saddens me to know that they're not going to be there anymore to go see. Hi, Rick. And when I say that, I'm very sincere, because this is a fun group of people that have become more than a fun group. They're friends. And when you see this band play, and I will tell you that they're tight. They're a great band. Their vocals were spot on. You'll never hear some of these songs done any better than what John Norkus can do. And Shannon I saw her the first night she ever sang with this band, and she has just climbed a mountain, man. She was timid at first. She was scared to be up there. You could tell really not real confident in herself, but my goodness, is she confident now and sings unbelievably well. In fact, I ran into one of the bartenders from Mr. Burroughs today, and we were just chatting about that, about how good her vocals were on Saturday and how well she and John play off each other on the stage. Just amazing talent and chemistry that's going on, and it's just a shame that it's going away. And I get it. I mean, 30 years, as Kevin Cooper just said here, 30 years is a loss for the fans and followers, but also a retirement well earned. Yes. And there's some people that are tired, you know. I mean, that's a long time to play. And Dirk says she's so grown up now. I love that. Thank you. I love you back, Dirk. Speaking of Dirk playing bass, solid bass player, great ambassador for this band, has been for years. He sells this band everywhere he goes. And got to love Dirk. And he pushes it hard. He does. And that's important to a band. And Dirk's just a solid dude, always smiling. I got some great pictures of him just showing his true colors on stage, just up there smiling and having a good time. And Niles on the drum kit, solid drummer. You may know him from other bands as well, playing in Half-Life. And Niles has been around for years and years and years. And it's wonderful to see this band come together and play like this. Dave McCarty on guitar. He's a solid player, great player. And really, truly, just the whole combo of this band, they're tight as they can be. And they wowed the crowd at Mr. Burroughs. Now, if you can keep a crowd excited who's there to watch the Ohio State Buckeyes lose, oh my God, how bad was that? And still keep them having fun, you're a great band. Because it was, you know, there were a lot of people there watching the football game, me included, and a lot of people there for that reason, but they enjoyed the band as well. And what John say, the famous Niles Johns band, per Shane, Krista Stewart, DeMoss. Yes. It's John. You guys were just fantastic. And thank you so much for a wonderful evening. And Dirk, you're always so hospitable to everyone. We got some great pictures. Ed took some fantastic photos. I posted some of mine today, if you want to check those out on our page as well. But it shows the fun we had in the room that night. And also a big shout out to my friend Jerry Nimmersheim, who's Mr. Sokola, as I like to call him, married to Heather. And Tracy, who was there, Tracy Linda, who is a wonderful person as well, David Linda's wife, Marcy and Rick, the owners of Mr. Burroughs, Scott Albrecht from from Wild Frontiers, Chris Thompson and Jay Grant from Uncle Rico, and Jay's in Half-Life as well. All of us sitting together and having just a fantastic evening, along with Ed joining the party, which couldn't have been any better. And the people around us were all talking about how good the band was, you know, and how great they enjoyed the set list and the songs. So I'm running out of time, so let me get to their set list here real quick. I want to shout that out. Let me see what Marcy had to say here real quick. Yeah. You know, that's sad they're not in your rotation anymore. It is. And they have been there over the years, and that's where I've seen them. I think it's probably the first place I ever saw them, in Mr. Burroughs Tavern. And yeah, they always bring a great crowd and keep a great crowd. And that's the cool part as well. And David Thornton says he miss Mr. Burroughs. We'll go up there, David, and visit. Yes. It said Ed was awesome. Thank you, John. Good stuff. And we try to call what we call. And you guys, let me talk about set one. Let's see what we had here. Tie your mom down, dance the night away, hit me with your best shot. Lonely is the night, I melt with you, give a little bit, stop dragging my heart around, hurts so good, your mama don't dance, I'm a believer, I love rock and roll, take a piece of my heart now, baby. Top of the world, houses of the holy, the look, some rock set, yes. Raise your hands, stone in love, and lovin', touchin', squeezin'. That's the first set for our friends from crying out loud. How about that, people? Now, what I love about this band too, and little joke, Dirk and I were playing on the band. I had my stopwatch. The minute they went on break, I hit my stopwatch and I kept walking around all of them, showing them they had 20 minutes for a break. That's all they were allowed to get. And otherwise, I was going to trash talk them today on Monday, which I wouldn't do anyway. But we were having a little fun with that. So first set, 2 sets. That's it. 2 sets, 2 long sets. Perfect. For those of you that are musicians and you're playing a 3-hour night or a 4-hour night, couple long sets. Think about it. Just think about it. I know so many people, because that third set right now with the bar scene is sucking. Nobody's staying for the third set. And it's shame. And then some people put their best material, they call it, in the third set. That's a whole nother story. So set number 2, Kickstart My Heart. Yes. Wild Side. Round and Round. The Warrior. Hate Myself for Loving You. Whole Lot of Love. Don't Treat Me Bad. For the Love of Money. Somebody Get Me a Doctor. Barracuda. Welcome to the Jungle. Fall in Love Again. Love that song. What's Up? Heartbreaker. Boys of Summer. I Want You to Want Me. What I Like About You, and Always Something There to Remind Me. How about that, kids? Crying out loud. Crying out loud. Amazing, amazing band. And David Linda says, please no 4-hour nights. Why not? Come on, David. You're not that old, dude. How much do I charge for my set break stopwatch services? Usually a nice 3 fingers of Jameson. How about that? And I also had my decibel meter out. We won't talk about that either. Great job, though, sound-wise, everything there, just perfect. And Mr. Burroughs Tavern, the staff is always wonderful, took great care of us. We had a ball, and we were right there watching TVs, too. And, it's tough in a bar that's a combo sports bar and live music venue, because when those big games happen, it's a real tough decision for the owners to make. And I think they made the right call here, having Crying Out Loud play. And some bars it doesn't work in, but it worked there. And the tavern people that come in there are really cool about that. They like their live music along with their sports. So, yeah, it worked. And, imagine what it was like pre-COVID staying on stage till 2 a.m. Those days are over, buddy. And, I'm not unhappy about that either. The 2 a.m. calls were. And then getting home at 4 a.m. was a little tough. And David said, great set list. I got you, Kevin Cooper. Thank you. 3 fingers, Carla says. Yes, you got it. Hey, that's going to do it for today, guys. I've run long here. I talk a lot, and I appreciate the comments. That's what I wanted to get in there, because I have to say I am deeply saddened about the loss of Crying Out Loud. They've got a couple more shows left. I think their final show may be at the Phone Booth Lounge in Kettering, somewhere there. So we're going to all try to get out to that one and support them as well. If it's not, then I'll let you know when it is and what's going on. So thank you for that. Don't forget tomorrow's Hot Topic Tuesday. My lovely co-host Karis will be here with me, and we're going to bring you some joy and judgment tomorrow. Yes. Wednesday with the band, we're taking the week off. My fault on that one. Crown Watts, I double booked myself. I'm at the Bell and the Bear that night, and we had Crown Watts scheduled at 5, so I just couldn't pull it off. And I had to cancel on them. Unfortunately, I don't do that very often, but I had to. And they're doing a big Rush tribute show. But you can watch the Crown Watts page and see great interviews about it that they're doing on their page as well. And you won't be missing anything on mine, because they're pretty much talking about the same thing we would. So that'd be great if you'd tune into that and support the boys from Crown Watts. You'll never see a better prog rock band in the area that can do Rush like they do. Really good. So if you like Rush, that's where you want to be that night as well. All right. Congratulations to KISS making the Kennedy Center honors, and also tragic day in music today, the loss of John Lennon on this day. So, lots to chat about. We'll be with you tomorrow, Hot Topic Tuesday. Thursday, Who's Playing Out, brought to you by our friends at Heather's Cafe in Springboro. And thank you to Heather for supporting year round. And we'll bring you the best musicians and venues in the tri-state. If you're one of those folks out there, please send us your gigs. Get them in. Get them in now, because the deadline is Thursday by noon to make the list. That'll be printed also on the Warren County Post. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you next time. Don't forget to get out and support live local music and the bands and venues that bring it to you, everybody. Bye-bye for now. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Carla. Love you, Carla. Thank you so much for your positivity. Yes. There's Tenpenny in the house. They're getting ready for a big show, I think, next weekend. Yes. Final show in March at the phone booth. Well, John, we'll try to be there for that one, buddy. Yes. Into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community with great advice. I know who I should go see. Don't forget, the views and opinions expressed in our programs are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities they may represent. Yes. Tune in tomorrow for Hot Topic Tuesday. Some ugly guy and a pretty woman. Be here. Be here. Joy and Judgment headed your way. 5 o'clock tomorrow. Hit that share button, people, and like our pages. Thank you for that. Do it. See you next time.